Man, if you guys love and respect waffles as much as I do, then you will absolutely love this recipe. So after weeks of trying multiple different recipes, I believe I've created the ultimate waffle recipe. So to start, we're going to first bloom our yeast in some room temperature milk, and that's right, these waffles are naturally leavened with some dry active yeast, like most traditional Belgian waffle recipes. And not only am I making sure that the milk is at least room temperature, I'm going to throw in a bit of sugar in there just to give our yeast a nice happy area to start eating and multiplying. And as you can see here, it's really active and bubbling, which is a great sign. So because of that, we're going to add in our next ingredient, which is going to be eggs. And being that we're going to be adding in these eggs as well as milk, you can probably already tell that this is going to be a really enriched dough, meaning that the yeast is going to take some time for it to really puff our dough up. So that's why you want to start this generally the night before. And after mixing together all of our wet ingredients, I'm going to now mix together all of my dry ingredients. And here I'm using dark brown sugar, so you really want to make sure you crumble up all of the chunkier bits just to make sure it's well incorporated into the flour. And right about now I'm really wishing that I had a stand mixer, because this is going to be a really sticky dough, and with all the butter we're adding, which if you look down into the description, the amounts, the butter that we're adding is about equal in weight to the flour, so it's going to be almost like a brioche dough. Anyway, it's super sticky and you just got to kind of fight with it and stir it up as much as you can to really incorporate the butter. Ooh, and I hope you have really clean hands as well. Anyway, you're going to want to cover it after you're done mixing it, of course adding in the traditional smiley face, and you can either let this rest in your fridge overnight like I am, or you can leave it on the counter until it doubles in size, which could be 2 to 2.5 hours. Now what makes this waffle recipe so special and unique is by far the type of sugar that you use. On your left you have turbinado sugar, which is generally easily found in the US supermarkets, and on your right you have some Swedish pearl sugar, which is not the right pearl sugar. You don't want that. You want to use Belgian pearl sugar. And after letting it rest overnight, here you can see our boy has doubled in size, and now I'm going to sprinkle in half of the pearl sugar, give that a good mixing, and then sprinkle in the other half. And because the sugar is in large rocks, what's going to happen is as the waffle cooks, the sugar on the outside is going to caramelize, melt, and then solidify into this really crunchy exterior that's just absolutely amazing. And about 15 minutes before serving, I'm going to sprinkle a board with some powdered sugar, and the powdered sugar is going to make sure that this really sticky dough doesn't just stick and make it easier to work with. And the reason you're going to let this sit out for about 15 minutes before it's ready to cook, and that's because you want the dough to almost go through a secondary proofing process, letting the dough warm back up, letting the yeast reactivate, kind of pluff everything up and make it nice and soft. And it's also going to give the dough some time to develop some really interesting and unique flavors that I guarantee most people have never had in a waffle. And after letting the waffle balls go through their secondary proof, I'm just going to take regular old butter and really grease down our waffle iron. And the reason you want to really grease it down is because, again, those sugars on the outside are going to melt and caramelize, so you don't want any of this sticking. And after letting the waffle iron do what it was made to do, out comes an amazing waffle. And you can cook these to whatever level of doneness you want. Here I kind of like my waffles a little bit more well done, but you can definitely more undercook them if you want. Now in Belgium, waffles are traditionally eaten as a street food, almost like a churro would be in Mexico or a funnel cake in America. Now I absolutely assure you these waffles are amazing on their own, but I had some bananas on hand, so I decided to slice some of them up, throw them on top with some powdered sugar and some chocolate. Now a more detailed write-up of the recipe is down below, and I do really suggest you guys make this one. I mean, I'm almost begging that you at least try it, because these waffles truly are amazing and they are almost life-changing. Like, they will actually make you rethink some life decisions. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe. Follow me on Instagram for some future recipes as well as some behind the scenes action. And thank you guys so much. Peace.